Hello YouTubers. Well, it's Friday afternoon and I figured I'd take the BX, seeing it's done all that work this week, and clean it up just a little tiny bit. Of course, some of you have been watching the videos will know that I cut up a wheel or a tire in the front, so I had the new tire on, and plus I took off the other tire on the other side and replaced that with a new one as well, so I'll still have a spare. Anyway, I'm going to come out tomorrow morning and I'm going to do what I think is an improvement on the BX. So when I come back, I'll explain it to you. Well, hello YouTubers. Well, this is going to be a video about the BX25D. Some of you will be surprised to see another video on the BX. As you know, back in 2013, last year, the BX25 became the BX25D. Now, some people who have the BX25s got a little bit confused because the sticker on the frame said BX25D on theirs. But in 13, Kubota put the BX25D on the arms of the FEL. And with that designation came a number of changes. They had made some changes to the hydraulics for the backhoe, some cushioning modifications made or improvements made to the hydraulics. They also made some improvements to the seat. They put an excellent seat on it, just fantastic. I have no complaints with the seat whatsoever. And also they made the steering wheel a little bit higher, which really increased the operator's comfort. They also put a new dash, a new instrument cluster in it, and really nice cluster. Really pleased with it. All around just a fantastic tractor. It's exceeded our expectations beyond belief. I mean, it's just incredible. But this year in 14, if you looked at the BX25D, it basically looks like the same tractor. Now, people say there's been some changes made to the ROPS. I personally didn't see it, but then I really wasn't concentrating too much on the ROPS because I really like the ROPS the way it is now on the BX25D for our model, our version. But one thing that really caught my eye is Kubota did something that they really needed to do, and when they did it, they did a fantastic job on it. And that is, they changed the floor mat. Because the floor mat on the BXs was this thin vinyl with horizontal lines going in it, and really thin. But I noticed this year, which is 2014, they upgraded their mats, and I'm telling you, when they did it, they hit a triple home run with it, because it is a fantastic looking mat. It's very thick. It's got the Kubota emblem in it, the name in it, and it's just a really heavy duty mat. So I got to thinking, I said, well, there's been talk that they changed the floor a little bit, and I went and personally looked at it, and I really didn't see much changes in the floor. So I got to thinking, I said, well, maybe I should try to replace the mat that's on our BX25D to the new mat. So called our dealership, our Kubota dealership, Newfoundland Kubota, and got talking to Jamie French, who is pretty well our go-to guy in parts. All the guys in parts are pretty good, but Jamie is the guy that we seem to get most of the time when we call, and a really efficient guy, I must say. You know, when you ask him to do something, you can take it to the bank. It's going to get done, and it's going to get done fast and efficiently. So just keep that in mind, guys. You know, for the Newfoundland guys that's ordering parts, you know, Jamie is a good guy to talk to, and I'm sure he'll help you out. Just tell him you saw the video and I mentioned your name. In the meantime, I got talking to Jamie, and I said to Jamie, you know, can you order me in a mat for the 25D for the 14 model? So lo and behold, a couple of days later he called, he said, Paul, your mat is in. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to replace the mat. I'm going to attempt to replace the mat. I don't know if it's going to fit. So we're going to see if it's a pass or a fail. If it don't fit, well, I'm done. We'll just have to live with the mat that we have. And if it do fit, well, it's going to be what I consider a really important upgrade. And I'm sure that most of you guys that got the 25D will also want to do the upgrade, because it's a fantastic looking mat. You'll have to see it to believe it. Like I say, it's going to be a good mod. It's going to be they're not relatively expensive. I think the original mat for the old mat for the 25D was around $80 or $90, and this new mat will run you close to $200. But I'm going to tell you, when you see this mat, it's well worth the cash. So I'm going to take you over. I'm going to show you a few little tools that you might want to use when you're replacing it. And I also would like to add that this mat will not fit the older BX25s. It'll only fit the BX25D from 13, and well, I'm thinking it's going to fit the 13. It'll definitely will not fit the old BX25s, because in 2013, Kubota changed the position of the brake pedal. Instead of it being on the right foot, it's now on the left side. So the mat is redundant to the older BXs. So sorry guys, it's not going to include ye, unless you decide you want to make some modifications, but it's really not going to be worth your while. So I'm going to take you over. I'm going to show you some tools that I'm going to use, and I'm going to explain a few things to you. Then we're going to start pulling the mat. It shouldn't take very long. It should be literally 5 or 10 minutes and it's done. And I'm going to see what it looks like. So here we go. So here's a few tools and a few fasteners. Now this happens to be a kit that I have, that I've had now for a while. And these are all these plastic push clips, and the BX takes this type here. So for anybody who's changing the mat, these really, you can use them, but you kind of destroy them when you pull them apart. So it's better off to order up, I think 9 or 10, but I'd order 12 just in case, and with the mat if you decide to order one. And some of these tools that you see here are tools used for pulling them. This one happens to be a Teflon. This one here is just a plastic composite one with more leverage, and of course the metal one. So we'll take the mat out now. We'll have a look at the mat. Okay, so this is the box that the mat came in. Now normally I would tell you the part number, but the problem is Canadian part numbers and US numbers are different with Kubota. So all you're going to be looking for, just call your dealer and just ask for the mat for the BX25D for the 14 model, and that'll get you the mat. So, and there it is there. It's a real nice mat. So there it is there, and it's quite thick. It's probably 3 times thicker than the one on the tractor now. So I would say it's probably going to have a little bit of noise deadening capabilities too. So anybody that had a Curtis cab, or any cab for that matter under BX, I think this mat would probably be really beneficial to their tractor, because the cabs do create a bit of noise inside, and you know, anything that would deaden the noise will be beneficial. So let's go see if it'll fit. You know, maybe all this is for all too much for nothing. So we're going to go over now. We're going to remove the old mat. So the first thing I have to do in my case is I have to remove the chainsaw. We have a chainsaw on this one. So we'll remove that. And I'll go over and I will get the tools to remove the clip. I'm going to use this metal one in this case and see if that'll pull it. They are hard to get out. As you can see, what happens to the clip is it kind of destroys it. So that's why you want to replace them. You can reuse it, but you don't want the mat peeling up again on you. So we'll continue on and see if we can get this mat up. Now I'm hoping this is going to fit, but I've been told that there's a difference in the floor, but like I say, I haven't seen any difference in the floor. So I guess I'll believe it when I see it, and I haven't seen it, so we'll assume right now that there's not. So I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to pull the other ones, and then we'll get back and see what it's like. I think I have them all out. So there's cutouts there to pull it up through. Ooh, it's a little bit nasty under there. We'll pull this up and see if we can get it up. It's a little bit of a tight fit. Man, it sure looks different without the mat. Anyway, I'll just show you the difference in the mat here now. Look how thin it is, guys. It's crazy thin. So, how many holes are in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So guys, you'll need 9 clips when you go to replace your mat. So I'm going to take my garden hose there now, and I'm just going to wipe off that bit of material, or that bit of dirt. Okay. Clean her up good, guys. Anybody who's wondering, that's a nozzle that's used in a garage, and you can run it over with the vehicle, and how it works is you bend it. Pretty durable. I've had it for years. It's made by Mac Tools, in case you're wondering. Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. Here's the two of them on the ground. The old with the new. So it sure looks like a direct replacement to me. So we'll soon try it out. Now there's a few things that I wanted to point out to you, anybody who's got the BX, and this will apply to all BX25s anyway that I know of. And one of them is over here under the mat. There's an always or most of the time forgotten grease nipple, and it's right there, if I can get it to focus. And anyway, let me see if I can get it straight down there, guys. Anyway, it's right there, and right there, guys. So you'll have to pull up your mat just a little bit, just a little flap on the mat, and make sure you grease it, because that's for your pivot for your HST pedal. Some guys might report like they're sticking a little bit. Well, keep them greased, because those buggers will seize. And the other tip that I have for you is something that happened to me this week. Actually, yesterday. I was putting down my outrigger, and when I got it down, I noticed that this sleeve was all full of hydraulic fluid. So I peeled it back, and it was all floating with fluid here. And I said, oh good Lord, I must have a hose gone or nipped. And I checked it out, and it wasn't there. The problem was in this line here that goes up inside here on these nuts. the nut had worked its way a little bit loose, and it was just weeping enough, and it was just traveling down over the hose and filling up the boot. So guys, every now and then it's good to take a, I think if I remember correctly, they're 18 millimeter, and just give those a little bit of an extra grunt with the wrench. You probably have to use a short wrench, a stubby, because that one was really loose, and that was all the trouble was with it. So you might want to check yours anyway, guys, so you don't want to be losing any fluid. So I just thought I'd include that in this video as well. So let's go back and see if the mat will fit. Okay, let's have a look-see. Boy, this must weigh 3 times the weight of the OEM mat, at least. I'm walking with a limp today because yesterday I was going up a 2-foot ladder, just 2 feet high, and of course what happened? I slipped and I hurt the calf of my leg. We're going to put the right side on first, guys, because there's more going on over on the right side. There's more pedals and brakes, and so you're going to slide it over the HST pedal first, and that should free things up quite nicely. Boy, I sure hope this is going to fit, because I like this mat before it's even installed. I'll tell you, just a nice looking outfit. So, well, we got seagulls bawling, we got crows and birds squawking, and I guess that's it when it's springtime, but it sure is nice to hear. Now we're going to go get the clips, guys. Okay, so we're going to go with 9. We shall see now if we can get all this to line up. Oh yeah, very nice. Super cool. Super duper cool. Oh, if anybody is wondering, this black stuff that's here on the tractor, that's what they call grip tape. It you can buy it in the rolls of different widths and different lengths, and I buy it from Princess Auto. It comes in a 25-foot roll. I think it's less than $5, and I put it on there for 2 reasons. Number 1, when you get on, you don't slip off the paint, and number 2, you don't damage the paint. So it's pretty good stuff. Now we'll continue on over here and put the clips in over here. Like I say, guys, you're better off ordering them with your mat if you decide to put a mat on, because that will save you the trouble of having to look around locally for them. There's nothing worse than starting your little job and not having enough stuff to do it with. So, okay guys, she took 8 clips, I think, unless I'm leaving one out. Nope, there was none left out, so it takes 8 of those push-on clips. It even got the little flap here for your grease nipple, guys, under there. But there you have it. You know, it's a fantastic looking mat. It's 3 times thicker than what was there, and I'll tell you, you know, it's just a really nice addition to the tractor. It's what I consider a really good upgrade. Well, there you have it, guys. That's the mat upgrade for the BX25D from the 13 to the 14 model, which they call a BX25D-1 or something like that. Now they got the 1 added to it, so very simple to do. It's a 10-minute thing, literally 10 minutes. Probably the longest thing to do is grease that grease nipple, and also clean up the floor before you put the mat on top of it. I guess you really don't have to. It's just a fetish of mine keeping it clean. You can buy the kit. I wouldn't recommend buying the full kit here. It's those kits are probably, I'm guessing, about $80 or $90. Those clips, those little push pins, they'll run you anywhere, depends on where you live geographically, but anywhere from 35 cents to 56 cents each. And it takes 8. So I'd always like to have have 1 or 2 extra just in case one cracks when you're putting it in. It don't happen often, but it can happen. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed a few of the little tips that I added to the video. And I'd like to give a shout out to Jamie French at Newfoundland Kubota, and of course all the parts guys at Newfoundland Kubota, because they're just excellent people to deal with, and so is the sales team, management. It's just a great dealership, and I mean, proof's in the pudding, guys. We own 3 Kubotas, so you know, if they weren't good to deal with, we wouldn't have them. And Kubota Canada too got some nice videos on their channel as well. So you know, any guys interested in Kubotas, you might want to check out their channel as well for all their new features and whatnot. So Jamie, thanks a lot for the great service. We appreciate it, guy, and we'll be in touch for sure. And I hope that you sell a few mats out of this. In the meantime, guys, thanks for your interest in watching our videos and participating and commenting on them, and we'll have more coming up. We have lots of ideas for videos this summer. Some include Kubotas, some include tractors, some include machining, some include Mustangs, Gold Wings, pretty well everything. So thanks for watching. If you get a chance, you can check out our website at www.specialtyrepairs.ca, and you'll see lots of tractor mods and stuff on there. And we've got some new stuff to be added, and try to get at that soon. And if you got any comments, please make them. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We appreciate it. And it's always encouraging when we see new subscribers, because it just shows us that you're actually interested in the videos that we're doing. Today, I'm trying to be serious. Of course, wifey is not out there. She usually brings out the worst in me. Got to blame her, right? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a safe weekend. And if it's not the weekend by the time you see this, have a safe day, look after yourself, and a happy tractoring. Take care.